Welcome into a Hail Varsity exclusive. Keri Leimbach joining me now, one of the members of the Nebraska Volleyball team and incoming freshman. Keri, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. Thanks so much for taking the time. You're a homegrown product here from Lincoln. What is this feeling like knowing that you're going to join the Cornhuskers here soon?
It's pretty amazing. It's still surreal. I think it'll finally hit set in when I get to campus next Thursday, but I'm just really excited for this opportunity and it's such a blessing and I'm just really excited and I can't wait for the opportunity.
Yeah, take me back to your recruiting journey. When did you first get in touch with the coaching staff?
So you can't talk to them until you're going into your junior year, the June 15th. But I went to camps and I got invited to Dream Team my 8th grade year. And I think that's when they first started recruiting me heavily. And then they called me midnight on June 15th. So they offered me and then basically after that call I was like I don't want to talk to any other coaches. Like I want to go to Nebraska. So I committed the next day, I think. I think I had a couple calls with other colleges, but I knew that I wanted to go to Nebraska. So, yeah, that was basically it. It was my first phone call. So, yeah.
So you were just waiting on your phone at midnight, just staying up that whole night waiting for this call? Like you
Yeah, I was really excited. I couldn't fall asleep. I was watching Netflix probably on my iPad or something.
I love it. How
Yeah.
surreal is this? I mean, how long has this been a dream for you to be a Cornhusker?
I think ever since I was little, I used to be a setter like my big sister, and just coming in, I knew that it was going to take hard work, and it's still surreal, like I said earlier, but I'm just so excited. And yeah, just growing up, being a hometown girl, I'm just really excited for the opportunity, and it's just really exciting. Really, it's just all I have to say. It's just so exciting.
So was young Keri in the stands at Bob Devaney cheering on these Huskers?
Yeah, I would go to quite a lot of games actually, and one of my dad's friends had season tickets, and they couldn't go to a lot of games. So me and my dad would always go and watch Devaney, and I was just their biggest fan. It was always so cool and everything, and it was just crazy.
Would that little
Just
girl believe that you'd be on the court playing one day?
definitely not. It's crazy because I'm only 5'1", and yeah, it's just crazy how I get to be a part of the team. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, I mean, what have been some of your motivations? Because you think about volleyball growing up, you're like, "Oh, I'm too short for this sport," whatever it may be, but what really motivated you to get in the gym and work to get to where you are right now?
Probably the love I have for the game and my support system. I have a really good support system, and they always believe in me with everything that I have. And probably just my love for the game because, volleyball is just an escape for me with, stuff going on in my life. I just always know that I can resort to volleyball, and it brings me so much happiness and so much joy. And I met so many amazing people along the way, and I know I'm going to meet so many more amazing people. And I'm just really excited and yeah, probably my support system and just my motivation for the love of the game because it's a big drive.
Yeah, you also picked up some hardware along the way, four-time state champ, four-time starter since your freshman season at Lincoln Lutheran. Take me through that experience and just that standard of excellence at that program.
Yeah, I knew going into Lincoln Lutheran, as a freshman, I was going to have to work hard for my position. And I think every day in the gym, I worked hard. And I knew that I had an expectation for myself. And I knew that I needed to work hard. And everyone in the gym just works really hard. And the coaches are amazing. Their support is amazing. And they push me and the whole team to be the best athletes that we can be. And I think our team culture was just really amazing. And everyone was just so tight, and each year we had to rebuild, and each year we just come out stronger, I feel like. And coming out my senior year on top was probably the most fun because I grew up with Jillian and she's one of my best friends, and Ava coming from Ohio. It was just really amazing to finish it out on top with them.
Yeah, and you go from one great coach in Sue Ziegler to another great one in John
Yeah.
Cook. What have been your first impressions, I guess, of getting to know this coaching staff?
I think they're amazing. They're so open and they're so encouraging. And I'm just really excited to learn more about them and just get involved with the culture because it's amazing. And I'm just really excited to see what they're about.
Yeah, so when you talk to the other incoming freshmen, can you like explain the gravity of what Nebraska volleyball is to them? Like, what do you tell them about how it's embraced here?
I'm just everyone's gonna know you. When you walk around, at Target, people's eyes are gonna be on you all the time because they know you and they know the expectation of Nebraska volleyball. Nebraska's a volleyball state, so it's basically like the Alabama, but for volleyball. So it's crazy. Like I tell them all the time, like it's gonna be so exciting, but there's also that pressure that everyone's gonna know what you're doing and you have to be smart about what you do. But yeah, I think they know like the level of what Nebraska volleyball is all about.
Yeah, how do you look at that pressure too? Because obviously the expectations are always there. They want a national championship. They want that continued success year after year, and that takes so much hard work. What kind of perspective do you look at that pressure?
I always think that pressure is a privilege because you're not in this position if you're not in the position to like be where you're at. So I always take advantage of that because it's pretty amazing. Like my everyday life are girls' dreams. So I think it's just really cool to be a part of something so big and to just go to Nebraska in like a week. It's pretty amazing. And I just need to know that I need to take advantage of everything that I'm given because it's amazing and I've been blessed with so many amazing things. But I just need to keep my eyes open and just realize that it's a privilege and not everyone gets to live this life.
Yeah, you also get to be a role model for little girls that were you in
Yeah.
those footsteps, following and wanting to be a Nebraska volleyball player. What is it like knowing that you're going to be a role model too now?
It's crazy. Like I always love coaching the little girls at Nebraska One, like my club. Like I do lessons and I do like classes and stuff. It's just so fun, like watching them like learn the game of volleyball. Cause like I used to be in that position, and it's just so amazing. Like watching them grow up and like find so much joy for the game. It's just so cool, like seeing them like grow and everything.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stood out to me when I watched you play is just your attitude on the court and your energy and just the positivity that you bring with you. Has that always been instilled in you, or where did that begin?
I know as libero that you need to be pretty vocal because you see like a lot of the court that not a lot of people have because when hitters are hitting, there's blockers in their face and you have the opportunity to tell the hitters where to hit. So I think just being really vocal and being confident in my other teammates, I think that helps them be more confident in themselves as well. So I always want to be an outlook for my teammates and just know that I have confidence in them so they can have confidence in themselves.
All right, I want to bring up some stats. 96.3 reception percentage in your high school career, arguably one of the hardest things to do back there as a libero and any player in the
Yeah.
back row. How did you accomplish that? What were your keys?
I think just having a good mentality of wanting to have the ball every time because taking up the most court, it makes my hitters have more confidence in themselves, knowing that they can have more time to focus on their attack instead of passing. So I think just that aspect of it and just being really vocal back there and moving my feet and reading the server's hand is really important.
So 2,000 digs. We know you got those because you're all over the court, but 244 aces too. How much pride do you take in the service line?
Yeah, I think it's really important. We at the Lincoln Lutheran gym, we worked on serving every day, and it's the first contact of the volleyball game. So I think serving is the most important aspect because it starts out everything. So I think having a tough serve can really get the teams out of system, and sometimes that's the way you can win the match because if they have really good hitters, you need to have them off the court and everything like that. So I think serving is really important.
Well, at Nebraska, we know, of course, the departing Lexi Rodriguez, one of the greatest, if not the greatest libero to ever do it in the college
Yeah.
game. Have you had conversations with her and getting to kind of take her knowledge as well?
I think, yeah, whenever I go to camp, she's really encouraging and she always tells me like little secrets of this and that, like what to do. And I just look up to her so much. She's so amazing. And now her going and playing pro, like that's one of my biggest dreams. And she's such a big role model. And I know that she's just so amazing. And I just look up to her so much.
Yeah, how excited are you to join that group of littles at Nebraska? Because I mean, you got Olivia Mauk, you got Maisie Bosinger, who I'm sure you know very well. I know you're good friends
Yeah.
with her sister, and then I mean, you look at what Olivia Mauk's done in her freshman season, not being redshirted, doing what she did, and also Lainey Choboy, who's all over the floor as well.
Yeah, I'm just really excited. Like, all three of them are really good athletes, and I'm just really excited to get to know them and get to grow in my game with them because they're going to push me every day to be the best athlete that I can be. And I'm just really excited to be a part of the Littles.
Yeah, what are some of your goals for your first season?
I think I just want to be the best athlete I can be and just work hard every day in the gym and be a really good example for younger kids.
I love it. Well, if Nebraska fans haven't seen you play before in high school, what do they need to know about your game? What can they expect from you?
Um, Probably that I'm really loud and that I love being all over the place. I love defense, and I'm gonna give everything that I got, and I'm gonna be really positive.
Have you envisioned what it's going to be like walking out of Bob Devaney for the first time and heading out onto the floor?
It's gonna be so crazy, like, just hearing all the fans and, like, running out. I'm just so excited. Like, whenever I go to games, that's, like, one of my favorite parts, like, seeing them in their jerseys and running out into the court. It's gonna be crazy, and, like, I'm probably gonna have tears the first time I do it. It's gonna be so exciting.
Well, dream come true. Keri, thank you so
Yes.
much for the time and best of luck in Lincoln. We can't wait to see you out there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.